Phew, well that's a relief. Our Champions League fixtures have been announced, and well, I think it's a bit easy peasy. Of course, I'm only joking. I've been playing Football Manager a long time, and I don't think I've ever seen a harder 8 matches in the Champions League. Welcome back to me, the Gobby Gaffer, and it's part 6 of my management stint over here in France, and I'm managing Lille. And yes, the Champions League fixtures for Lille have been announced, and I think we should just have a quick look at them and have a bit of a chuckle. But the positive side is we've already received 13 million. So do we need to win any games? At this moment in time, it's about getting the money in. Of course, some wins would be very nice. We need to stabilise ourselves and get ourselves accustomed to European football. Let's have a quick look. And those games are, we start with an away trip to Real San Sebastian. Then we've got Red Bull Salzburg at home, followed by Besiktas. And then we've got the little matter of Manchester United. We don't perform very well against English Premier League teams. Feyenoord after that. Then we play Valencia, a 4.5-star rated team. And well, we finish up with a little matter of Liverpool and Arsenal. And like I say, I will repeat myself, we don't do very well against English Premier League teams. But, you know, if we can pick up a few wins, like I say, we've already brought 13 million into the club. We'll have a look at the finances in a second. But the finances this season to last season, well, it's like the moon and Mars. And let's just have a quick look there. An overall balance of nearly 46 million. We do have a bit of transfer budget. Another player has gone out of the door. And wage budget. Once again, we have a little bit of wage budget. And a PSV came in for Lorenzo Luca. A bit out of the blue, really. Because generally, it's like players who are banging the goals in and playing really well, got great stats. Lorenzo Luca's not had any, well, hardly any game time, but he is a target forward. I know I had him on the bench, I had him as a backup striker, but I don't really use target forwards. And they came with an offer of up to 15.5 million, so I thought, you know what, let's just take it. So the transfer window has shut for now. It will open again in January, so I'll be able to assess the situation. I have got 7 million to spend now, so potentially we could bring somebody in there. I have made a signing on loan, Alexis de Croc, a 21-year-old Portuguese left full-back, wing-back, and looks okay. You know, he looks okay, but we did need some cover in there because very, you know, we've got low numbers in that area of the pitch. And then the other one we signed, I just felt like we needed a little bit more cover in midfield. I did get a D- for this one from the board. They weren't happy at all. But 29-year-old Spanish lad can play as a striker as well if I want. And I think his stats are all right. He's not going to play every game, obviously, but he can sit on the bench and come on when we need a little bit of a, you know, give players a bit of a breather. Okay, what we're going to do today? Well, we're going to watch the 2 Champions League games. We've got a little matter of Monaco in between. I will play that one off camera. But I'm quite interested to see how this team fares against, you know, some better European opposition. I know we won the Europa League, but that was a real struggle. And of course, the final was against an English Premier League team, and we really do struggle against them. But Real San Sebastian at Red Bull Salzburg, they will definitely give us a big challenge. But let's see what we can do. Away game first, home game second, and I'll play the Monaco game in between off camera. So I've got a plane to catch now. We're off to Spain. It's Real San Sebastian. Let's see if we can get our Champions League campaign off to a winning start. No, me neither. I don't think we'll do very well, but we've got to give it a good go, haven't we? Well, welcome along to our first Champions League game of the season. And it's Real San Sebastian, and the team's going to be Alterio in goal, back 4 of Loco, Avia, Bitsiabu and Didario. The defensive midfielder today is Sotelo, and João Gomez is, well, we've had quite a few games, very tired. If I'm honest, I've not been that impressed with him. He should be an absolutely top-notch player, but he gives the ball away an awful lot. I don't know. Is FM messing with me? Probably. The two midfielders today is Kramachi. You've not seen any of him yet because he's been injured all of the time. I'm not liking the little arrows pointing downwards. 25-year-old American central midfielder should be absolutely awesome in there for us, but I'm a little bit worried about the downward arrows. I don't know what that signifies really. Banicic is going to be the playmaker today, so we've got some real experience in the middle of the park. Ngoma, attacking midfielder. We know all about Ngoma, terrific player. And Windwind is going to be the deep line forward, should I say, and Matos is the advance forward. Well, our first look at the Champions League banner in the centre of the pitch there, and we're quite used to playing in Europe, obviously being in the Europa League. So we're quite used to this kind of thing, all of this ceremonial. But the main event is when the whistle blows. Let's have a good performance and let's try and get 3 points on the board. I mean, to be fair, even a draw in this match, I wouldn't be that disappointed with. Well, 35 minutes on the clock. First highlight, and it does go to Real San Sebastian. Header out of the box there. We've had no shots at all in this game, and that clips up into Alterio's grateful hands. But like I say, no shots whatsoever. I think they've had 3 or 4 shots, couple on target. So they are the home team, and we just have to basically suck it up, don't we? It's just it's one of those things. Ball over the top now, Matos. To be honest, we've seen no highlights at all. So, that's a nice goal from Ngoma. And I mean, when that happens against me, I'm absolutely furious. The games that you watch in the match engine where the opposition have done absolutely nothing in the game, and then all of a sudden in the 40th minute they come up and score a goal. But that was very, very nice from Ngoma. Very nice indeed. So we have put a couple of shots in now. Obviously one of them on target. We are winning 1-0. Bitsiabu now is going to slide this across to his defensive partner, I would have thought. Hugo Sotelo in midfield. I have had a message saying he's got a bruised ankle and he needs to come off. But that uses up one of my substitution periods. So I'm trying to hang on till half time to do it if I can. We've already lost João Gomez in that position. So that's a little bit of a blow, and that's in the back of the net as well. And Matos gets our second goal, and that was really, really nice. Very, very impressive play. We've obviously taken our time to get into this game, but now we're in the game. My word. Loco down that side there. Lovely cross. And Matos just gets away from his marker, glances it into the net. We're winning 2-0. And we've had 3 shots and 2 on target now. We've slowly and gradually worked our way into this game. Okay, we are going to give them a pleased, and obviously Sotelo is injured. You can see that he's injured. So we are going to have to bring somebody on. Casado, I think, is the other one. Yeah, Casado can play in there. That's fine. We'll bring Casado on. Although we are suffering quite a bit of tiredness, and this could come back to haunt us in the second half. If you've noticed there, I've dropped to a balanced mentality. So let's see how we do in the second half. So the stats definitely in favour of Real San Sebastian, but the all-important stat is a 2-0, scoreline for us. 61 minutes on the clock. It's probably a little bit early to be doing this, but I've got quite a lot of tired players on the pitch, so I feel like a controlled possession mid-block for the last half hour of the game. He's very, very wise indeed. So I've brought 4 players on now in the midfield. So Casado, Iowa. Now Iowa we've not seen an awful lot of, and I did actually have him on the. He's 32 years old. I mean, he once was a brilliant player in his prime. Brilliant player. And he's transfer listed even now. Kind of wondering whether the experience that he's got to sit on the bench, just take him off the transfer list. But anyway, so we've got Hamza Baran, who is my backup right wing back, but can play as like a DM, a holding midfield player. So 4 changes in the middle of the park. Corner, Banicic floats the ball in. Can we get ahead to that? Yes, we can. back to Banicic again, and the keeper takes that one. So it's Real San Sebastian with the ball now, and we are going to see a lot of highlights, I think, from Real San Sebastian, because they are going to be busting a gut to... they're not going to be happy, particularly against Lille. I mean, Lille are a very... Well, we're obviously unseeded, but I think we're a very unfancied team. So they're coming forward now. But we are in that mid-block. That's not a penalty, referee. It isn't a penalty, I can tell you that now. He's not going to bit Siabu, though, with a card. So it's not a penalty, ref. I can tell you that. No penalty, no. Obviously not. So the last change, the assistant manager saying Matos is very tired. Let's bring Luvumbo on. Let's hope he can do a job up top and just hold the ball up as and when we need him to. But 2-0. I mean, I've kind of drawn game from this position before now, so nothing is a given. Daddario finds the ball. Hamza Baron now in midfield, striking forward. And he's going to have a shot. Oh, he's had a shot. And I was just about to say, do not pass it to Luvumbo because he's offside. He had no intention of passing it to Luvumbo, and he smashes it in the net. And we are winning this game 3-0. And this is a little bit of a shock, if I'm honest. A little bit of a shock. But, you know, we need to pick the wins up where we can. Because obviously we've got these 3 Premier League teams to play, and it couldn't be tougher, could it? Manchester United, Liverpool and Arsenal. We ain't getting any results in those games, so we need to, we need to pick our battles. I think that's a very good saying. And a ball forward there, but Bitsiabu does what with that? Pick the ball up. No. Match engine buffoonery. We don't want to see any of that. Sports Interactive, get this kind of thing sorted out. I hate to see stuff like that. It spoils the game. Right, come on, let's just forget that. Forget that ever happened. That's just ridiculous. Okay, hopefully we're running through to a 3-1 win here. We do get a highlight though. 4 minutes of time added on. Throw to Bitsiabu. Bitsiabu is going to play it to a home shirt. Well, we hope he is. Aouar now plays the ball back to Bitsiabu. Daddario plays it to Ngoma. Ngoma's going to find Luvumbo with this. Yes, he is. Ball over the top. The defender's got his arm in the air. Luvumbo absolutely smashes that past the keeper. And you know what? That goal of theirs that the match engine did some real shenanigans with. All is forgiven because Luvumbo's come forward there, smashed the ball into the back of the net. And to be honest, that's a bit unusual. Normally when you bring a striker on late, they don't score a goal. That shows Luvumbo's quality though. A 4-1 win at Real San Sebastian. This is a very, very nice start. And oh my word, are the lads going to get delighted from that. That is a terrific start. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if we're not top of the Champions League at this stage. It counts for nothing, does it really? Oh, actually. Oh, Monaco. Monaco are top. Then Juventus, then us. I mean, it makes no difference. But I have got Monaco to play in the league now. I'm going to go and do that off camera. So all the time we were playing in the Europa League, kept mentioning these 2.4 millions that you get in the Champions League for a win. We've just had our first 2.4 million. So up to now this season, we played one game and we received about 15 million. This is the kind of money that a club like Lille needs, because come the end of the season, I think that bank balance is going to be quite healthy, and I should get a chunk of that as a transfer budget to make this team even better. Okay, AS Monaco, third in the league at the moment. I know I've not shown you the league. PSG are top, 18 points. We're second, 13 points. And Monaco are third with 13 points. So it's going to be a tough one, this one. And I'll see you in the dugout for the game against Red Bull Salzburg. Well, a very lacklustre and uneventful game against Monaco at their place. But we managed to scrape a draw. It was 0-0 and gives us a point. Playing into PSG's hands at the moment. They're running away with the league once again. So, neither of us could get 3 points there. So all the PSG fans are absolutely applauding that result. But you know what? I'll take it. In between two important Champions League games, a point away at Monaco, not too bad. Alright, the team for today is Red Bull Salzburg, and it is a home game, so I would expect 3 points. What happens when we expect stuff? Yeah. Altero in goal, back four of Loco, Avia, Bitsiabo and Didario. I did rotate the team an awful lot for the Monaco game, so getting a point was a very, very good result. Yao Gomez comes back for today. Kramacic and Banicic have had a nice rest in the week. They didn't play against Monaco, so they're back today. And Goma as the attacking midfield player, and Windwind and Matos up front. So in front of a packed house, hopefully we can get our second win of this Champions League campaign. And like I said before, I know I'm repeating myself, but this is the kind of game we need to have. And I don't know whether we will, we should, I expect it, but we really need to get 3 points out of this game. We can get 6 points out of the first 2 games and get those 2.4 millions in, then that will be an absolute, well, it'll be a feat on its own. Okay, but it is Red Bull Salzburg. No, forget it. There's not a colour clash there, is there? Okay, Bitsiabo with the ball at the back. We have one possession. Banicic plays the ball over to Kramacic. Kramacic and another lovely ball back to Banicic. Moving forward up the pitch now. Lovely ball to Ngoma. Ngoma plays the ball to Kramacic. Is he going to hit it? He does, and it's way over the top. Back with another highlight. And the Monaco game was... I'm glad I didn't show it on camera, actually. It was devoid of highlights. I think there was about 3 highlights in the whole game. And that's in the back of the net. How come that didn't go in the back of the net? Oh my word. Banicic now, short corner. Back to him. Back to Kramacic actually. He's in the box now. Free kick now, Salzburg. Castro over the ball. That's straight in the back of the net, and we are losing 1-0. And an absolute bullet of a free kick there. I don't think the keeper could do an awful lot about that. If he had saved that, it would have been a wonder save. But that went in like an absolute rocket, and we are losing 1-0 to Red Bull. And just before half-time, Banicic now is going to put one. No, he's not. Didario's going to put one in the box. Right over this side to Loco. Loco who can be a great provider. Matos once again. So we've had 2 of those in the game now. And Goma had a brilliant strike right in front of goal. Got palmed round the post. That one was palmed round the post. Sometimes you read between the lines in the match engine. And I kind of feel at this moment in time like it's not going to be our day. And we do reach half time. And angry. I'm not going to go angry, I'm going to go disappointed, I think. I don't want to be too hard on them. Okay, a couple of little changes at half-time. Lovumbo has come on up front, but we've got 2 advanced forwards on now, and I'm pushing the wing-backs up a little bit. They're on support now, so try and get a little bit further forward. Okay, Salzburg now with the ball. We could do with a bit of a smash and grab here now. I kind of feel like we played okay in this game. I mean, they've been restricted to a direct free kick that went in like a rocket. That's the 3rd shot in the game that we've had now. So I can kind of feel it in my water. We ain't winning this game because the match engine is just showing us having shots that are just hitting people, getting diverted round the post. Well, I feel like the game is against us. We're losing this game 1-0. I've switched Matos and Lovumbo around. DeAndrea's come on as the attacking midfielder. Both wing backs have been changed and they're on an attacking duty now. Get forward, get balls into the box. Schmidt, the young kid on the left-hand side, he's just that, a young kid, but you never know, he might do something for us. Okay, we do get a highlight. About 10 minutes of the game left. Schmidt puts the ball into the box. Header just over the bar. And yeah, I've had that feeling since about the 10-15 minute into the game that we weren't going to win this one. You do get to know Football Manager after a while. 3 minutes of time added on. We are going to lose our second game, and that's a great shame, that, because that first result against San Sebastian, I thought, you know what, actually we might do all right. And that's a game that I feel like we should have been winning that. 16 shots, 6 on target, because the match engine wouldn't let that ball go in the back of the net. An XG of 2.02. Salzburg's XG, 0.13. I mean, sometimes I do look at these stats and I'm completely baffled. We should have won that game 3-1. We should have won it 3-1. I have no idea why we didn't. I think we are going to go angry with the players. Once again, I'm not angry with the players. I'm angry at the AI and the match engine. That was shocking. Okay, a little look at the league table before we leave. And, well, we are in second place. 7 games played, 14 points. Once again, Paris Saint-Germain are absolutely running away with it. A goal difference of 14. They've won every single game. I mean, you just can't compete with them, can you? Well, very, very disappointed actually there. I honestly felt after the San Sebastian game, I thought we were going to get 2 wins in the Champions League. That is very disappointing. I don't know what else to say. Very, very disappointing. Okay, we're going to go off camera now, play a few games. I'll be back very shortly. Whether it be for Champions League games, I don't know. I might start concentrating on the league a little bit because we've got games coming up that if we can't beat Red Bull Salzburg at home, how we're going to do against United, Liverpool and Arsenal from the Premier League. Valencia even, 4.5-star from the Spanish League. I don't know whether we win any more games in the Champions League. Maybe the first game was just a little bit one of those things that, San Sebastian didn't know what to expect. And, expect this. We're going to score 4 goals. Because sometimes that can happen in Football Manager. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Going to go play those games off camera. We'll see you very shortly.